You were called a conspiracy theorist, a lunatic, a danger to democracy, for essentially noticing that Joe Biden was freaking falling apart live on TV every single day. They literally screamed at you in your face saying, hey, how dare you mock somebody with a stutter? And look, I have reading problems as well. It just came out. And now Jake Tapper is trying to grift his way into making money off of a new book. So let me get this straight. You gaslighted country for 4 years. Now you're cashing in because the truth will get you some money now? The elder abuse has been set for years. And what is the reason for this elder abuse? Oh, we're going to get into this. You're not going to want to miss this. I have a different point compared to every other creator out there, hopefully. I'm taking a different angle. Let's have some fun. We have a phone call. We're going to actually call Joe Biden's doctor, and we're going to give him a piece of our... What's up, Leech?
Okay, let's go.
Let's go late and let the world
trust the government.
She sent in a little video for us. Oh. Here she is.
Hey, in spite of everything you've heard, and let me just make sure you all know that it's actually me. Say it's me.
Anti-woke.
Anti-woke?
suck on this, Biden.
Would we the all of our
Folks stepping on them because that's black.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Swill, Ian, Leach. How are we feeling on this lovely day? Hope you're having a fantastic day. I hope you had a great weekend. I had a great weekend. Just reminding myself of how I wasn't actually absolutely losing my mind. I may be a white boy, but I ain't stupid. See, I knew the intro, keeping Joe Biden in my intro, would come to fruition at some point, as we remember this old clip from the debate with Mike freaking Pence and Kamala Harris. They lied to us for years, but why did they lie to us for years? And look how sincere they are.
Under the same question I asked, which is, do voters have a right to know more detailed health information about presidential candidates and especially about presidents?
Yeah.
Susan, I'm glad you asked about transparency.
Thank you.
Because it has to be across the board. Joe has been incredibly transparent.
So transparent.
Over many, many years.
He's the definition of transparency.
The one thing we all know about Joe.
Tell me.
He puts it all out there.
Oh, yeah. We've seen it.
He is honest. He is forthright.
Yes.
But Donald Trump, on the other hand, has been about covering up everything.
Everything. Yeah, exactly. Once again, they remind you that they call you exactly what they are. People that cover up even somebody's entire health. As we find out today that Joe Biden has Pen 15 cancer. Joe, when you were in elementary school, you should have allowed somebody to write Pen 15 on your arm, or else you would have gotten it. It was the rules. Yes, I changed that title, and yes, Virginia's going to be pissed. God, I love her. Yeah, me too. Joe Biden has Pen 15 cancer, and it's not like he told us that he had it, right? It's not like there was a slip of the tongue that everyone said was just a Biden gaffe like I did.
and because it was a 4-lane highway that was accessible, my mother drove us rather than us be able to walk.
Right.
And guess what?
What?
The first frost.
What?
You know what was happening?
What happened?
You had to put on your windshield wipers to get literally the oil slick off the window.
No way. You're supposed to.
That's why I and so damn many other people I grew up.
I thought you were supposed to lick that. That's why I and so many of the people I grew up with. What?
That's why I and so damn many other people I grew up have cancer, and why can't for the longest time, Delaware had the highest cancer rate in the nation.
Oh, see, we all chalked that up to Biden gaffes, but it turned out he was actually telling the truth. It's a funny thing happening with mental decline. You don't even know what the truth is anymore. And when you actually say the truth, people say it's a gaffe. He cried wolf too many times. And everybody on the left is thinking that maybe this is just a big cover up for Jake Tapper's original sin book. President Biden's decline. It's a cover up and his disastrous choice to run again. Yeah. We all knew he was mentally declining. It's not like you, Jake Tapper, lectured us for years about how Joe Biden had a stutter.
How do you think it makes little kids with stutters feel when they see you make a comment like that?
It's very clearly a cognitive decline. That's what I'm referring to. It makes me uncomfortable.
You are I can't. This is so amazing. It's so amazing to me that
trying to figure out an answer.
A cognitive decline.
President Biden embraces his stutter, talking about it, while Trump mocks it, exaggerates it, belittles it. He's sharp physically, mentally. Yeah, I think the question is totally physically,
fine.
Right?
Is he fine?
Right. And the guy who's his chief opponent is only 3 or 4 years younger than him.
In your face.
You questioned President Biden's age, mental fitness, ability to lead. Of those supporting Biden, you said, quote, "Shame on all of you pretending everything is okay. You're leading us and him into a disaster." Do you worry that you damaged him at all?
Did you damage him?
I don't doubt that you got hugs and handshakes behind closed doors today, and maybe even publicly, some of them because they like you personally.
Yeah, they love you.
I've heard a lot of really nasty stuff
We're hearing
about
nasty
you from your
stuff.
Democratic colleagues.
Sure.
I mean, what is he thinking?
What is he doing?
Exercising narcissism. I mean, false claims to the.
Is he pooping his pants? Is he cleaning up the poop after he poops it? Like, we hear these things
about President Biden's mental fitness and acuity. He's 81.
He's 81.
And his memory, it doesn't seem great. It's not horrible.
It's not the best. It's not horrible.
I don't understand the outrage. Quote, behind closed doors, Biden's show.
We don't understand the outrage at all. We can't understand that. Kristen says, I love Kamala so much I voted for her 3 times.
Signs
he did admit
he
has cancer, yes.
The Wall Street Journal is owned by News Corp, which is run by the Murdochs. Beyond the headline, there is some critical nuance here. The article is mostly based on observations of Republicans with former Speaker Kevin.
Right. Because Democrats didn't have any eyes to figure out if Joe Biden was actually declining. But that being said, I'm going to make a book about Joe Biden's decline, and I'm going to make as much money as I possibly can from it. Do you like horror movies? I feel like I'm living in one, Nora. I feel like I'm living in one. I think this is all a whole thing. Not only did they cover up his cancer diagnosis, because we'll get into that later, but then they shoved Kamala down our throats. And not in a good way. Not in a freaking good way. We should have all seen this coming. And it's not like... I've been saying this for years that I thought Joe Biden was going to get into office, step down due to some kind of health scare, and then Kamala Harris could become the first black woman president in America. And then there'll be freaking like parades, and then we could all celebrate, and nation can be healed, or whatever thing that they want to pump down our throats. But not only do they lie about his health, now they're going to make money off of his health and pretend like it was Democrats' fault for not telling us that he was not okay. I'm loving this, just the left eating their own right now. And it's not like, you know what? It's not like just a week ago that Jill Biden forced Joe Biden onto The View and made him talk about his own mental health, right?
Yeah. Mr. President, since you left office, there have been a number of books that have come out deeply sourced from Democratic sources that claim in your final year there was a dramatic decline in your cognitive abilities.
Right.
In the final year of your presidency. What is your response to these allegations, or are these sources?
Again, this is just a week ago.
Is wrong.
They are wrong. There's
you're wrong. There's wrong. There's nothing to see. Everything is fine. Oh yeah, I have Pen 15 cancer. Okay.
They are wrong. There's nothing to sustain that.
The world needs more investigative journalists like you, Derek. I'm not a journalist. I'm just a dude playing a dude, being a dude with another dude.
Number one. Number two,
Number two.
Think of what we were left with. We were left with a circumstance where...
Where were we left with?
We had an insurrection.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Started.
Insurrection.
Not since the Civil War. We had a circumstance where...
See, here's the thing. Let's put in context. Holy crap, there's my green screen at the top. Great. Let's put in context. Now that we know that Dr. Jill, who literally had a husband with penis cancer and didn't say anything. She's a doctor after all. Remember, she's a doctor. Okay, so she should literally be spotting this sort of thing. She's looking at him with those eyes, saying, I can't believe he's out here doing The View. Or she's pissed off saying, you need to do a better job. You're making me look like a horrible wife out here. I thought she was supposed to be like this wonderful human being.
We were in a position that we
Yeah.
Well, the pandemic.
Yeah, the
because
pandemic.
Of the incompetence of the last outfit.
Yeah.
End up over 1 million people dying. 1 million people dying.
Yeah.
And we're also in a situation where
Obama got Biden prostate cancer. Does this mean Biden is no longer capable of having an insurrection? With the help of medical drugs and modern science, I think he'll be just fine. Now, there wasn't any signs whatsoever of Joe Biden slowly declining or dying of age right before our eyes. There was no signs whatsoever. Not a single sign was in our face whatsoever. And it's not like he just like walked off the set in the middle of an interview because he might have his pants.
Well, and the ones that didn't vote for your bills but run on them.
That's right.
Mr. President, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate
it's great to have you.
Thank you.
Don't go anywhere. It's a very exciting day around here. We'll have reaction and analysis to everything we just heard. Well, and
everybody knows bad dudes walk off sets in the middle of interviews. And Joe Biden was bad to the bone. Kristen says Obama gets his prostate checked every Saturday night. Do you recommend that? Are you a doctor, Kristen? I'm looking into more prostate checks for myself. That being said, if you're a man over the age of 35, might as well think about getting that prostate check. Do it for fun. Do it because all the boys are doing it together. And let's just remind ourselves who was Joe Biden's physician. Kevin O'Connor. This is Derek O'Shea, but that's Kevin O'Connor. And he did come from the Munchkins. We are the... Holy dude, how tall is he? I would never trust my doctor if he was that tall. I need a doctor over 5'10" minimum. And he was a doctor. And I can't believe he even did these sort of things. Who's calling me? Do you hear that? Shoot. Okay, somebody's calling me. Hold on a second. Hello? It's me, Kevin O'Connor. How's it going? Oh, Joe Biden's doctor. Nice to hear from you, man. I can't believe you even have the guts to call into the show. Oh, what, because I didn't look at Joe Biden's penis? His prostate. It's not... Whatever, man. You think I'm gonna stick my finger up there? No, thank you. Isn't that your job? You're a doctor. Oh, really? You think doctors are just supposed to do whatever they have to do? Yeah, isn't that part of the Hippocratic Oath? Oh, you want to stick your finger up Joe Biden's sphincter hole? No way, Jose. Hey, by the way, man, how tall are you? Oh, you, man. Okay, we're gonna hang up on him. We're gonna hang up on him. That is embarrassing. You try to do like a professional show. You try to have professional friends. You try to have professional moments for you and the people that watch your show. And I want this show to be taken very seriously at all the time. We talk about the news, but we also talk very serious stuff. And the fact that Joe Biden's doctor has the guts to even call into the show and do that kind of thing, I do deeply apologize. It's not what I wanted, guys. It's not what I wanted first thing on a Monday morning. It's disgusting. That's disgusting. Leach says his finger was too short to feel a prostate. Maybe it was. For a short guy, he might have huge hands. You know what they say about that. I have no idea what they say about that. But it begs the question, though, doesn't it? It's like, is checking for prostate cancer even... It's a pretty hard thing to diagnose, right? It's a pretty hard thing to diagnose. Let's talk to an actual doctor.
It's very unlikely that someone could get annual checkups and not notice a PSA elevation over the past, But this is what I typically would see in a VA hospital, where a patient hasn't had medical attention in 10 years, presents to an emergency room with bone pain, and then they find that it's metastatic prostate cancer. But in the modern age of medicine, especially the fact that he was a former president.
I don't trust a doctor with a chest like that. Sir, those need to be put in any kind of bra or held differently. Those nipples are piercing your shirt. Look at that thing. Look, right there. That's a whole schnipple, okay? So this doctor says, you know what, it's actually a pretty easy thing to check. And I had to double check because I want to make sure. Let's talk to Dr. Steve Quay. Dr. Steve Quay. Prostate cancer is the easiest cancer to diagnose when it first starts to watch it progress to bone metastases. So you're telling me that this cancer is the easiest to diagnose, it's the easiest to find, and is it just a huge cover-up that everybody around him knew he had cancer? Everybody around him knew he had penis cancer and covered it up for him and just shoved him out in front of us and said, sign these bills, do these things, because this is the Democrat way. We will literally throw up a body that's dying and decaying, and you will vote for it. And then we will shove down Kamala Harris down everybody's throat. My thought was that he was going to run again. They hoped that he was going to actually win again. And then he was going to step down due to health concerns. And then Kamala Harris would have became the president because nobody actually likes Kamala Harris deep down inside. If anybody had a very serious conversation with themselves, they would say she might be the most annoying person, fabricated person for everyone to be excited about. You cannot be excited about her. Every time she talks, it sounds like she's talking to elementary school children. I will never forget the time when she started talking about the Ukraine war. She's like, in Ukraine, it borders Russia, and Russia is a country, and countries have borders. And you're like, can you shut up about all this stuff? So it's the easiest one to diagnose. Who knew? Did Jill Biden know? Did all of them know? Did Kamala Harris know? I mean, is this all just a huge cover up just so they can continue to get power? Was this all just a cover up so Dr. Jill could become president one day? What's the deal? And I think the funniest thing to me is I go on MSNBC this morning because I want to see what his favorite handlers are talking about. Is Joe Biden and his cancer diagnosis even the top story? No, it's not even the top story. It's not even the top story. We'll give you a little corner on the side. Thank you for lifting us up. Biden speaks out for the first time since cancer diagnosis. They put him in the corner. And nobody puts Joe Biden in the corner. Not nobody. Not nobody, not know how. Even CNN is like, you know what? I think we're done. I think we're done with Joe Biden. We're not even going to talk about him. He's not even on the top news stories. And so you have to ask yourself, is the media people you should even trust? The most newsworthy news sources of all time can't even talk about it. And my favorite thing, too, is to watch CNN right now. I miss Mamala. We all miss our Mamala. She does have a wonderful laugh. Thank you for calling me out on that, Timmer. I apologize for saying that she doesn't have one. Kamala Harris has the most beautiful laugh any woman could have. In fact, if women emulated Kamala Harris more often, I think they would stop being so single. Every woman should put that on their Tinder profile. I have a Kamala Harris laugh. And you will be surprised how many men will flock to your profile. I think it's funny to watch, you're going to watch the media think, especially on CNN, they're going to think This whole thing is to cover up Jake Tapper's new book, just really dismantling everybody. Jake Tapper with Alex Thompson, Original Sin. Even Potato Head himself is thinking this. Broadcasting the news would prove they were hiding this. Yeah, that's true. Cackle. It was a cackle, wasn't it?
Look, this is breaking news that came just about 2 hours.
Can we talk about this soft filter? Can you put a soft filter on my face? God, I hate that there are some podcasts like Megyn Kelly podcast. She has this soft filter on her video formats that just smooth out her skin and make her look so young and sexy again. But you know they have to do it for Mr. Potato Head. Go.
Look, this is breaking news that came just about 2 hours ago, and it is now rippling through, television media, online. How are people consuming this? How is it reaching people?
How are you consuming this? I don't know. One bite at a time.
And, I'm seeing some prostate cancer survivors, people who have lived with this disease, who have been through this, expressing support, both condolences, but also support and cheering Biden on as he faces this.
Yeah, who would you name some of those people that you see people cheering this on? I would love to see those.
The timing, Jessica, is just extraordinary. We know from the statement from his personal spokesman that Biden learned of the diagnosis on Friday. Well, what was the biggest Biden story on Friday? It was the release of those audio excerpts from his conversations with Robert Hur back in 2023. This was the
and I'm not going to even play those excerpts of the Robert Hur file or whatever, talking about Joe Biden, in his illegal documents that he kept in his own garage next to his Corvette. I'm not going to give that because we all knew he had no idea what he was talking about 99% of the time. I love the media is like pretending this is all huge breaking news and everyone that had eyeballs or ears could make their own diagnosis for themselves. It's like breaking a leg. You go out, you go for a run, you break your leg, and you're like, I think I broke my leg. And then the person next to you that's running next to you goes, are you a doctor? Are you a doctor? You don't even know if you broke your leg, okay? It's like, but it's not working. It's like, get up, okay? You're being a real right now. They need to put a filter on the left side too. They do. Brian Stelter looking buff. I think he's on that Ways to Well, like all the Joe Rogan comedians are.
Audio that Axios obtained, almost certainly from the Trump administration, showing memory lapses. And you heard a lot of people on Friday talking about that audio being hard to hear, even excruciating to hear. Biden showing his age on those audio tapes that had never been heard by the public until now. So on the day that story was breaking, Biden was facing this personal news. At least that's according to the statement from his personal spokesman. So you have that as one element.
Yeah, it was big news. It was surprising for even Joe Biden. It probably was surprising for Joe Biden, except for it wasn't surprising probably for Dr. Jill. Because she is a doctor and she should have diagnosed him.
Of the timing here. And then you have, as you and Paul just acknowledged, this book coming out, one of the biggest political books in several years.
This book is so big. It's the biggest book ever. Everybody's going to read this Jake Tapper book. Even on CNN, they're like trying to boost up sales. They're like, no one's going to buy this book because everybody already knew that you guys covered it up and lost all credibility. But I digress.
Take out our colleague Jake Tapper for a second. This book, no matter where it was coming from, is going to be a very big blockbuster book. And it just so happens two of the best reporters in Washington, Jake Tapper and Alex Thompson, are the authors of it. It's already a bestseller.
It's already a bestseller.
And so this book comes out in
In fact, it's in my contract to say I must buy this book if I want to work at CNN.
Days, but some of the excerpts have already come out, and it's reignited this debate in Washington and beyond within the Democratic Party about Biden, about whether he should have run for re-election at all. So it seems to me, Jessica, this debate doesn't end at all, but it is briefly put on pause as a result of today's news.
And I want to put on pause as well and just remind ourselves that he got fired from CNN and now he's back somehow. CNN's like, we don't have any voices on the left that will lie to us consistently. Will you come on CNN and just make some up for us? Oh yeah, I'll totally do that. I'm the potato man. I'm literally the potato man. I'm Mr. Potato Head. Remember when he found out that people were calling him Mr. Potato Head and he pretended like he had no idea, he couldn't see it at all? It's like somebody making fun of me for being ginger, and I'm like, I don't see it. I don't see it at all. What do you mean I'm ginger? It's just like, it makes no sense. It's confusing for me. Dr. Jill regularly checks. Violet says, my 93-year-old grandma let it take her at the end. It was her spine or something that spread to her lungs. She said it was God letting her know it was her time. Grandma was a legend. Grandma is a legend. 93? Let's go. 93. I'm going to live to 93. I feel like once you get to over the 90s, it's like, just give me something. I don't want to be one of those frail people that just somehow keep surviving, and yet I need like memory care or something, and I don't even remember who I am anymore, but yet like I'm being physically abused at the hospital and memory care facilities. Like I'm so scared about that. I think that's my top 10 scare. My top 10 biggest scare is like not just dying, just staying around and slowly going while my grandkids don't even visit me because I won't say their language, or they find out in an old video of mine that I said something very provocative and now they don't want to be around me. This book is on track to outsail the Bible. Yeah, that's a good joke. Dang it. I should have said that. That's pretty funny. Jay Tapper's Original Sin, currently outpacing the sales of the Bible. King James Version. My grandma is currently 89. That's awesome. Both of my grandmas are dead. Okay. All right, guys, just remember how far the media is willing to lie to your face about Joe Biden and any politician, that being said, whatsoever. They're willing to lie about everything. They're willing to lie about you dying on your deathbed, but as long as it allows them to either stay in political power or gain political power, they'll do it. They'll use you and use your body and do whatever they want to it, because politicians are abusers deep down inside. Nora says, my favorite horror movie is the original Halloween from 1978. What's your favorite horror movie? Blair Witch Project. Yeah, I got to get to work. Thanks, Timmer. Timmer's my boss. Timmer, I have a late-in day. What is my favorite horror movie? What is my favorite horror movie? Oh, I don't know. Poltergeist. That movie scared the shit out of me, dude. That movie scared the bejesus out of me. Poltergeist, I watched that as a kid, and that still freaking freaks me out. Still freaks me out. Hey, Atom, you have a great day. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. Remind yourself to have fun today. Remind yourself to enjoy today. You know, make a difference in somebody's life at work. You know, put yourself for second. Tell your boss you love working. Let your boss know that you love working. And then go to your desk and write a docu-series about how much you hate that job. Derek, I'll pay double whatever Timmer's paying you. Okay, good. I can't break the contract Timmer has for me because Timmer has me on a clause that if I break contract, I have to run through the streets naked. Ain't nobody want to see that. Good morning, Jacobed. Work is for losers. I totally agree. I wish I didn't have to work. I wish I could just do this, party all day, have a good time, never grow up, be Peter Pan forever. Go off to Never Neverland and, do stuff. Hey, if you guys also don't mind dropping a like on these videos, it helps me out. Put a comment below too. It helps me out. We're growing like crazy. And I appreciate every single one of you guys willing to do that. It means a lot to me. You guys are good people. I don't care what anyone says. It's possible. Work is for losers. I totally agree. Just like stop working, you know? Just get on Medicaid, collect your government checks. Don't ever leave your apartment in your government housing. Stay locked up forever. Don't actually see the sunlight. And I think you won't be depressed. Because depression's not even real. All right, guys. I'll see you guys a little later. Seriously, though, those coffees aren't going to make themselves. That's true. That's true. Hey, I'm not a barista, okay? I work at Chuck E. Cheese. Everyone knows that. I'm a part-time manager at Chuck E. Cheese. And I live in my mother's basement, okay? These are all truths. I hope one day I actually go back and live in my mother's basement, so all those jokes will be like, oh, see? You do live in your mom's basement. Do you ever watch the Power Rangers? Every single day. Every single day. I get my spiritual advice, and I get my wherewithal from Power Rangers. Thank you for asking me, Nora, about Power Rangers. I hope you're over the age of 35. Jacobet says, the creepiest part of Poltergeist was the kid chorus during the credits. I totally agree. That still haunts me to this day. Yeah, have a great day. I'll see you guys a little later. We'll have a long show. We'll have a good show tonight. Yeah, smash the like, subscribe, all those sort of fun things. And Kamala Harris, God, you're beautiful. God, you're brave. And again, females, put that you have a Kamala cackle on your dating profile. Power Ranger episodes always have a good message. They totally do. I was always a fan of the White Ranger because I'm racist. No, I was the Green Ranger fan. Shout out to Green Ranger. Because that makes me also racist, being Irish. Okay. Music went hard. Go, go, Power Rangers. Why are we talking about Power Rangers? But I love it. Power Rangers music did go hard, and I'm still praying for the putties. I hope the putties are okay. I always wish sometimes the putties would win, you know? They're good people deep down inside.